Why, hello there, and welcome to Yellow Springs, Pennsylvania. Today is a filming location adventure with a twist. We're here with a friend, so I'm really not going to be doing the filming location. This is a video of just us hanging out doing the locations. Maybe we'll show a little bit, but not really. But yeah, we're going to be doing the Blob today. The Blob, classic sci-fi. I don't really want to say horror, I guess horror, but sci-fi, scientific fiction. There's a rock comes from space, a crazy blob comes out and starts destroying the town. But we're not going to talk about that. Like I said, we're hanging out. We're hanging out with Ryan from Going to the Movies. He's trying to get ready. Yeah, he wasn't prepared for that. I did not warn him.
My crack was hanging out.
It wasn't hanging out. It might have been. We'll have to look back at the footage.
Let's redo that.
So Ryan thinks we just filmed a whole new redo, but I don't redo things. So yeah, that's it. That's Ryan's intro. So Going to the Movies.
Give some crack today.
Yeah. So this is pretty cool.
Yeah,
so when you're hanging out with Ryan, it's like he is so knowledgeable with everything he's talking about. And there was a little bit of information that he was trying to read on the interwebs, and he couldn't, the picture wasn't enough resolution is what he said. So we drove out here just to see what that paper says.
Well, not.
I'm kidding. It's actually, if you want to see where we're at, this is actually a very interesting place. You're gonna have to watch Ryan's Blob video to see. You say it a little bit if you want. Give him a little teaser.
So this whole village, it starts about here, this building, and runs down the road over here, is where the studio was that filmed the Blob. They own this whole village. They used all these buildings for different studios. That building right there is really old. It was a livery, and that was their Studio A. I don't know what specifically, the main purpose of that building was for Good News Productions. So we're gonna go in here, which is their historical society, and see if they know anything.
Yeah.
So that's the poster you're talking about. It's too low res to see online. They have it hanging up in there. So
yeah, Ryan likes to do lots and lots of research before he films. So we're still researching. We're still researching. But Studio A right there, for all the details that we figure out, you're gonna have to watch Ryan's video. Is it randomly Ryan? Is it gonna be specifically the Blob, right? Like the video is just the Blob?
It'll have a little Blobfest.
Little Blobfest
in there. There's not like Blobfest is one of the, I think, premier filming location destinations. Like everybody that loves movie locations should do Blobfest. But it is, how do I say this? It's not it's not that much to it, you know. It's like a street fair and then the Blob run out. But
yes,
this year's the 25th anniversary, so there's 2 runouts.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing Blobfest tomorrow. That video I will have already posted, because this video we're waiting until Ryan's video is done. So yeah, that was a long. Usually I don't cut the intro, but I had to get Ryan in here. He was getting his equipment out, as you saw, the love handles. And all right, let's go.
This is my love handle.
Let's go. Yellow Springs. There is a summer camp check-in sign. Hopefully we can get to where we want to go. I think so.
Are we gonna have to register?
Inside the studio now, the makeshift studio, used as an art. Look at these little sculptures. Cute little guy hanging out there. That one's Ryan's favorite. This is really cool. This is a really neat building. This is what it's actually like hanging out with Ryan. You just stand in the corner as he gets lots and lots of shots. Oh, I gotta get out of the shot. I gotta get out of the shot. I love this fireplace, currently used as a chair storage. I can speak.
Archive as much of the history of this village as possible. And so in that process, one of the things that they picked up and snagged was all those negatives from the photographer that was on staff. So we're
That's
trying to
awesome.
maintain a lot of the historical component wherever possible.
Like not hot at all, but it's kind of humid, you know?
It's been very humid the last couple days.
I'm sweating like a toasted cheeser.
Nice. I'm just recording you. Go ahead. Have fun.
So for Good News Productions, this was Studio B, and it wasn't primarily a stage, even though there was a stage in here, so they may have filmed something for the Blob, but this was mainly where they would edit movies and clips and...
So Ryan and I have actually been here for a little while already. We had a nice little tour of the grounds. Tim, very nice, very knowledgeable, actually took us in some of the buildings. It's amazing. And the interesting thing about this place, this location, the history is so intertwined. So we actually have, this was Washington Hall, America's first military hospital. It did burn down, so unfortunately it's just the foundation that is left here, but here it shows Revolutionary War Hospital. But it was repurposed as one of the studios. This was like an editing studio and storage and possibly some scenes, but maybe not, but possibly. But this is where films were edited, right here.
The Blob could have been edited.
It could have. Probably was.
Pretty cool. You know I love editing.
You do love editing. If you have never seen Ryan's videos, you need to, because his editing, just go watch it. Go join going to the movies. As Ryan's saying, we've already spent a lot of time in this town, and we've only seen a couple buildings and some grass and a street.
I think it's worth it though, because a lot of I think a lot of the history
On the
of
wrong
the actual
side.
studios
Oh,
gets
this doesn't
overlooked.
work. This doesn't work. Much better.
A lot of the history of Good News Productions, aka Valley Forge Productions, isn't talked about as much, I feel like.
This is actually
I mean, all the Blob was probably like
a
what,
lot of
70% down
it
here?
was right here. It's very interesting. It really is. Highly recommend coming out here if you can. If you like stuff like this. I personally love it.
Don't come to it.
I personally love it. You might get here and be like, that Randy guy said to come out here, and it's just a street with some buildings. I think it's awesome. Here we have the West Pikeland Township Police Department. There's a very large headquarters. There's also this little cafe. You can come and grab some grub if you'd like. This is a nice, as Ryan would say, quaint little area. It's phenomenal. There's also a large amount of parking. Right now, plentiful street parking. But we got a big little grassy area that you can park at as well. But plenty of on-street parking at the moment. The Blob, man. What is it?
The Blob?
The Blob.
Silicone.
The Chester Springs Library. This used to be infirmary. After that, it was actually used as the residence of one Stephen McQueen. I love that he is credited as Stephen McQueen in the Blob. Obviously very famous, known as Steve McQueen. But the Blob, he's Stephen McQueen. I know, that's really silly, but I like it. But this is where he stayed. This is where he lived when they filmed the Blob. It's the pool house checking out here. This is the old pool house. This is really neat. So, looks like, I don't believe this is, okay, yeah, so this is supposed to be open. Sorry, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm confused in real time. So we're missing part of the building back there, and it was partially covered over there. This is a really interesting
Don't drop that phone.
pool house. Yeah, if we dropped it, there'd be no getting it. Although Tim would probably come unlock it for us. Like, hey, I dropped my phone in the pool house.
Would you go in there after? Or would you just get a new phone?
There's a lot of stuff on this phone, man. It's not so much the phone I'd be worried about.
But you could also like revitalize your skin or something by dumping in there. Mineral-rich waters.
Yes.
There's a tree growing out of this pool.
That's how mineral rich the waters are.
That's the most mineral-rich tree you've ever seen.
This is just loose. Interesting. The clothing hooks are still there. A little hole over here. It looks like an animal burrowed down in there, and in order to cover it, they just placed this stone. Like, no, you can't live here. No. Do not enter. Stay out. It'd be funny if they actually wrote "do not enter" on the stone.
What's sad about that, Randy, is that maybe they blocked somebody in now if they can't get out.
What if he is
to the
in?
grocery store.
Wait, are these like those ants that you saw in the middle of the desert, Ryan?
Nah, those look like regular ants.
Oh, okay. Healthfully air conditioned. Now in the theater, I've been here before, Ryan. I saw the Angry Video Game Nerd here.
That's right.
Yeah, it's crazy. You've been here for Blobfest before.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the first time I've been in here in 8 years.
It's awesome.
I could tell you. When we did the run out, the Friday night run out in 2016, me and Virginia sat somewhere down like where these people are, maybe somewhere in that section.
You started with such confidence, and then you decided you didn't remember where you sat.
Oh, I know the general area.
Okay.
Down towards the we ran out. I'm pretty sure we came out one of these doors and then funneled through the front.
It's gonna be awesome. Some foreshadowing. No running on this level. We've been talking about the Blob a lot today. They're prepping Blobfest officially tomorrow. We're gonna come back and do the run out. That's what I was saying about the foreshadowing. This is interesting. This used to be the bank over here. They knocked the wall down. It's all part of the theater now. But they are prepping for the event. Here we have the Blob ball over here. This is gonna be fun. We're just hanging down in the theater here. Here's the schedule. So it is Friday, the stage show and the run out. We're gonna come back for the run out tonight just to watch from the outside, but tomorrow we will be here for Blobfest. We're gonna check it out. We are actually going to partake in the screening and the run out tomorrow. We're currently playing Grinning Ghost. That's pretty awesome. Outside the theater here, we got the films for June and July that they were showing. Right here, Mars Attacks. That was one of those film reels that was up there. We saw the actual film itself, but we didn't watch the film. And here we have the Blob. Ooh, beware of the Blob. Ryan and myself also purchased some merchandise. Now here in the borough of Phoenixville, we're at Reeves Park. Ryan is still doing Blob stuff, but this cannon over here caught my eye. This is interesting. The Griffin Cannon, one of 1,400 guns made at the Phoenix Iron Company shops between 1860 and 1865. They were invented by John Griffin. They were 3-inch wrought iron rifled field pieces, served the Union forces with great merit during the Civil War. Civil War cannon. Tough to see through the glass with all the reflections, but that is a big gun. Getting a little later in the day, they have blocked the streets off. They are preparing for Blobfest. It's actually kind of nice. You can stand in the street. There's no cars parked on the sidewalks. Well, there shouldn't be. Not on the sidewalks. You know what I'm trying to say. In the parking spaces next to the sidewalk. So you get a nice, beautiful, clear view of Ryan and the Colonial Theatre right there. You should put your shirt on. Healthfully air conditioned. You gonna wear that tomorrow?
What?
Your shirt.
Did you say put a shirt on? Are you telling me my crack's hanging out?
No! I'm saying your air conditioned shirt.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely wear that.
Oh man, what's with you and your crack, man?
I'm very aware of my crack right now, like a few more pounds than I'd like to be at this current present moment.
This is cool though. No cars. So, say that person that parked there, they gonna get towed, you think?
Yeah.
Got a couple violations. Parking violations. Most of the town here is embracing the blob. Happy Blob Fest. We got little blobs all over the windows. You can see quite a few of the businesses here. Happy Blob Fest. Beware of the blob. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's the Reeds and Company bookshop across the street from the historic Colonial Theatre. And they have Don't Run Out of Summer Reads. They're all dressed up for the blob. Remember how I asked if that car was going to be towed and you said yes?
Yeah.
You were right. Oh boy. PGs. Now getting a little later in the afternoon, we're standing at a development opportunity, 2.1 acres. Right over here, Ryan filming. Oh, he's done filming. Ryan no longer filming. This was the garage scene from the Blob. Now we're kind of all over the place. We've been doing lots and lots of Blob today. We still got a lot to go.
This was where they filmed the garage scene. And it's a YouTuber. Now, I never use YouTube videos as a way to research because I don't want to subconsciously steal things if I make a video.
That was a behind the camera shot. Right there. I'm gonna be honest, it smells like sewage a little bit right here. I'm slightly concerned. Now, keeping with the Blob theme, down in Downingtown, Ryan.
Town and down.
We're in the diner here. Got some food, got some fries, got some BLTs going on. Super crispy fry. Amazing.
It's very salty.
Very salty, but that's
That's my fault.
yeah. You want to put some more on there? I think there's a little left in there. Jeez. Insane.
Salt's my favorite food.
Home of the Blob. That was very good. Very, very good. And we killed enough time to where there's no cars in front. So Ryan got all kinds of shots before we went in. Now he's got to redo it because there's no cars here now. But that was a good meal. That was a good time. Highly recommended. 2 thumbs up. So we're about halfway through this day, probably. I know this has just kind of been jumping kind of all over the place, mainly Blob themed, just because that's what we're doing today. Ryan and I, we are going to a non-Blob spot now, which I'm not going to show because I think that video is going to come out after this one. So yeah, so we're just going to go do that shot real quick and let's hop in the car. In case you didn't know, this is Ram Country. You got this Ram right here. Now in Royersford, PA, I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, but look at the artwork on here. This is pretty nice. They got a little free library on his butt. This is a pretty cool little thing. Also, I must say, this was the most polite crosswalk button. Wait. That's normal. Wait is normal.
Walk sign is on to cross Main Street. Main Street. Walk sign.
That's insane. Main Street. Walk sign is on to cross Main Street. This is the most polite crosswalk I've ever seen. Wave in the glass there. Hopefully there was nobody inside. Brian, that was the most polite crosswalk I've ever experienced. So did you hear it? I pressed it and it goes wait, like normal, right?
Yeah.
And then it goes, when it turns, it says the walk sign is now on to cross Main Street. Listen to this thing.
Wait.
What's it saying? Wait.
That's saying wait.
No, it says what?
Wait.
It's like German.
All right, now he's getting a little aggravated. He was polite when I was
I
here.
annoyed him.
What did you do to him?
Main Street. Walk sign is on to cross Main Street.
That's not polite.
That's very polite.
Sounds like a robot.
He's polite.
The walk sign is
To cross Main
You're
Street.
filming. Are you filming vertical?
Maybe.
Is the sound sideways?
It's okay. We'll switch it.
Cut that part out.
Listen here, all right? We can't all be professional. And also, it's a ram.
What I said, bighorn sheep.
You say goat. Oh, hey, look, we're downtown. Get in.
The
get
dog
in.
dies at the end of it.
He spoiled it! And now back on Bridge Street in Phoenixville. I feel like we've been here 37 times today. It hasn't been that many, but it also has been. We've spent a lot of time here. We're back at the Colonial Theatre. They're about to run out. This is the Friday night run out. We're going to attend the Saturday night run out tomorrow. But this is the Friday night run out. Right over here. The Blob is now inflated. This is a far cry from earlier when there was nobody here. This is quite the crowd. And that was it. That was an exciting run out. Yeah. The first few ran and then it kind of bottlenecked.
Yeah.
Could have been kind of our fault where we were
Have a
standing.
time.
It's a lot of people to come out, but that was fun. That was exciting. That was a good time. So this ended up being a lot more Blob and a lot less behind the scenes of going to the movies. But yeah, we hung out with Ryan all day, so it was fun. So, yeah, good times. You have fun?
I did. I was having fun in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah. How long until the video comes out?
I'm trying to get it for the end of summer.
What's today?
July 12th.
July
It's my wife's
12th.
birthday.
And you had to think about it that hard,
I
Ryan.
forgot it was her birthday. I mean, no, I didn't.
He didn't. He called her way earlier this morning.
I just forgot it was the same day.
Happy birthday. Way late.
It's not my birthday.
Well, not you. I was talking to her. I know she's not going to watch this, but...
No, she will.
Well, you're in it. She
That's
will.
how I'll should watch it. Because it'll be on in the background. You have the light. Shows the weird. Back of my head.
You got highlights. Boom. All right, yeah, that's it. It was fun. If you watched all this
Isn't it always
nonsense...
the worst being like the guy that's not holding the camera in the background of the other person's video? That's like, what do I do with my hands kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
What do I do with my hands? I'm going to use your head to block the light.
Learn something, shall you?
There you go. Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a video?
Yes.
Oh, hey. Dog dies at the end of the movie.
The dog dies at the end of the movie. Why are we talking about Mark? Oh, Wait, I can put that in here.
What?
I could put that in this video.
Okay. It's your video. You can put anything you want.
Yeah. All right. You'll know what he's talking about. I had it erased in my head that. Yeah. I don't know. We didn't do a normal outro. This guy's hopscotching or something. Hopscotch? Yeah. So this was a fun day. It was a good time. We are actually coming back tomorrow to Blob Fest, and we are going to be part of the run out. If you did not watch that video, because that one's going to be posted way before this one. If you didn't watch that video, go back and watch that one, because we're going to be part of that run out. Here he comes. He's coming. Look at that. It's like a Terminator walk. Looks robotic. I don't know why. I don't normally do quick camera movements, but for whatever reason with you, it's like...
You turn into Scout on tape all of a sudden.
Scout on tape. Oh, yeah. It's like... Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Your audience is now completely motion sick.
That's okay. All right. It's really over now.